NDSU voice of the Bison, Scott Miller. And I want to take a minute to have him in our thoughts and respect the loss for the community. So keep that on your mind as we proceed today. It's a sad day. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge our host, Tim Rosendahl. Tim, you want to wave in the back? He's the owner of Rosie's Bistro. Tim's a shining example of why it is so important for the city to support the entrepreneurial spirit. Right now, you are sitting in the future fish and cheese market where there'll be a beautiful bar and live music, and that's slotted to open on April 15th, right? As plans go. Okay. But in the meantime, you can join the grilled cheese area in the back. I hear that the snobby Frenchman is highly recommended. I want to also introduce some very important people to me and have them stand up here with me today while we proceed. I want to start first and foremost with my husband, Russ Peterson. Russ is a Concordia professor and a world-class musician. I'm not biased or anything. But Russ, thanks for being here. My son, Brad Nelson, he's a Fargo North grad, and he is a current attendee at NDSU. He's a freshman in the architecture program. I sewed his buttons on his pants last night so we can get there. Linda, would you like to come up? Linda is former city commissioner, and she is the current school board president. And we work very closely together on a lot of very important items, and she's been a great role model for me. Scotty Sattermo. Scott didn't have any idea that we were going to make him walk up here today. Go ahead. Scott serves on the Fargo Native American Commission with me, and I have gained so many wonderful friends working on that organization. Scott's a small business owner and represents the community very well and is very respected in the business community, so I consider him a dear friend. Arlette, would you like to join in us? Okay. I'll just slide in here. Arlette is a former city commissioner and a former school board member, and she's also a small business owner and has found great success in that. Thank you for joining us, Arlette. Tim, you want to come back up? We all know Tim. Tim Flacco is the District 44 Senator and Tri-College Provost, and yes, indeed, we have been friends for a very long time. We don't always agree, but we get things done, and we have a lot of fun. And Deanne, do you want to come up too? Deanne Bjornson is on our campaign team. Deanne is very active in politics and has done some lobbying, and she was my neighbor up in North Fargo, and she's a goer, and she's keeping everything in line this morning. So thank you guys for coming up here and supporting me. These are some of my closest friends. So I want to start by saying thank you for joining me today. You all know why I'm here, because it hit the newspaper last night. I'm officially declaring my intent to file for election for the Fargo City Commission. I have been overwhelmed and humbled by the support of colleagues and friends who are encouraging me in this new venture. This morning I want to share a little bit about myself, how very important this election is, the issues which I feel are vital to Fargo's continued success, and finally what kind of leadership you can expect from me. A little bit about myself. I am a native of North Fargo, raised by a family of small business owners. I had the blessing of receiving a top-notch public education in Fargo Public Schools while taking full advantage of Park District amenities every day after school, and all in a safe and supportive community. After living in many other areas across the country, I jumped at the opportunity to return to Fargo to raise my family. The quality of life of Fargo is something that must be maintained, and I feel it is my obligation to ensure it for future generations. A rich and vibrant community does not happen by accident. The most successful cities are engines of upward mobility and opportunity for its citizens. I envision Fargo as a national example of an effective city government that invests strategically in economic development and its culture. I promise to support policy that creates an environment that is business friendly and will promote investment in its quality of life. We are at a pivotal time right now that will define Fargo's future. We are experiencing remarkable population growth, and at the same time, citizens are fighting to maintain their neighborhood's unique personalities and safety. There will be 2 open city commission seats in the June election. It is imperative that we elect dynamic leaders who will listen to our existing citizens' feedback. At the same time, it is vital that we establish a welcoming environment to attract new business and a strong workforce. In order to make this happen, we must elect passionate leaders that have built strong and trusted relationships. As a third-term elected official, I have firsthand knowledge just how much our government's actions so intimately affect our everyday lives. In my 12 years on the Fargo School Board, I've had the privilege of working closely with neighborhoods and local leaders. As a legislative chair for the Fargo School District, I have built strong connections with numerous state officials. These established relationships will complement my passion to make Fargo the best that it can be. There are 3 pressing yet encompassing topics that demand intense effort and scrutiny. First and foremost is flood protection. Secondly, workforce retention and recruitment. And thirdly, intentional and strategic investment in a vibrant and prospering Fargo. As the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club and Fargo Youth Commission Partnership, I lead approximately 230 staff that serves over 1,200 families annually in the Fargo area. I understand the importance of recruiting and retaining quality employees and producing outstanding outcomes. I have firsthand knowledge of just how crucial it is to have an ample and quality workforce. I know what it takes to attract quality employees and create a satisfying work environment. In fact, this topic is so important to me that I serve on the Workforce Development Committee established by the Convention and Visitors Bureau and the Greater Fargo-Moorhead Economic Development Corporation. As your commissioner, I will listen to you. I will empathize with your ideas and concerns. And you have my word that I will welcome and respect each opinion before arriving at the most optimal decisions for Fargo's future. During my time participating in a wide variety of community activities, I have grown accustomed to making difficult and at times unpopular decisions, yet have gained the respect of those who may disagree with my final vote, simply because I gave their input the dignified attention and consideration it deserved. My decision-making style is inclusive, my leadership style is collaborative, and both have earned me the respect of diverse constituencies. In this very room, it is quite evident that I've worked across the entire political spectrum, and that is very important in a nonpartisan race. I'm a catalyst for bringing people together and working side by side to do what's best for our beloved city. I've already been asked, with whom will you vote, or with whom will you align on the Fargo City Commission? To which I answer, I don't vote with anybody. I will vote for Fargo, period. I'm intensely proud of our city and will passionately fight to ensure its strong and prosperous future. And I would appreciate your support in the June 14th election for the Fargo City Commission. Thank you. I would love some time to visit with everybody in the audience, and then I would be happy to visit with media if they so choose. So thank you for coming. I want to shake your hands and give you a hug, and I appreciate your support. So thank you.